What's good, y'all? It's Abwon, and this is Before You Watch, spoiler-free reviews. Before I start, if this is your first time tuning into the channel, if you're the type of person that likes to hear reviews, but you don't want them to spoil it for you and tell you Iron Man and Captain America die at the end, you might want to holler at me, man. Check out my channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because these reviews are lit. They're all spoiler-free all the time. Every week I got a new video out because it's lit over here. My channel is better than cable. You can take that to the grave with you. So book that. I have a very special guest from my Afterthought segment by the name of Danitra. She's a pageant winner, a fellow New Jerseyan, and Marlon Wayans' biggest fan. She'll be the first one to tell you that, so make sure you definitely stay tuned after the review. The review is going to be relatively short because I want you to hear the Afterthoughts segment. So anyway, like I said, I'm reviewing Sextuplets, man, a Netflix comedy starring Marlon Wayans. A lot of people consider him to be the funniest Wayans. I don't know if I can make that statement just yet. I'd have to really think about it, but the Wayans family in general, they just drop hits, man. From In Living Color to the Wayans Brothers, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, Scary Movie, White Chicks, the list goes on and on. Marlon Wayans is an animated guy. He definitely stands out from the crowd and the rest of his family. So just a quick synopsis. His character is an orphan. He wants to find his family, and on his journey he discovers he has 5 siblings, hence the name Sextuplets. So if you thought this was like some weird pornographic film on Netflix, sorry to tell you, man, it's not that type of party. So the first thing I'm gonna say is this. I see a lot of people going in on this movie on social media, on Facebook. They're saying it's garbage, Eddie Murphy did it better, this, that, and the third. You cannot compare this movie to The Nutty Professor. You just cannot do it. I mean, naturally you're probably going to want to because it's one guy playing multiple roles, but you just can't do that. But even though I do say you can't compare them, they actually do have some similarities, probably because maybe Marlon was inspired by that film. So all of his siblings have different personalities. One is, a female, a BBW sassy female. That's one of the issues I did have with this film. It's like, it's always, oh, I gotta have a sister and she's gotta be like super ratchet. And it's just like, are we like still trying to like portray black women in this image? Like, come on, like really? You couldn't just make her, you know what I mean? She couldn't be a lawyer or something like that. I don't know. It just is what it is. Like, I just didn't like it. My favorite sibling is Russell, who gets introduced to first. He's kind of like a nerd, but he's got a big heart, but you can tell he's been very sheltered. I was really about to say him and Marlon like really have great chemistry, but like look at the nonsense because they're the same person. Don't get too used to seeing many of these characters because you may just see them and never see them again until the end of the movie. And now that I do this review, there's a particular sibling. He's like a pimp. I honestly completely forgot that he was even in this movie until I just did this review. That's how forgettable of a character he was. But the other ones do pretty well. They're all pretty much long lasting, and there's memes of a few characters out there. So the movie does have a couple one-liners that are extremely witty and clever. I liked it, but it didn't make me fall out of my seat laughing. I mean, not many comedies do that, but I really just expected to see a family film that had comedic elements to it, and that's pretty much just what it is. It's a family movie that just makes you laugh. I wouldn't say it's a comedy. I think a lot of people expected a lot. I think they compared it to The Nutty Professor. They saw Marlon Wayans was in it. They know how animated he is. And they expected to see like the greatest comedy of all time. And since they didn't see it, they just want to bash it into the ground. And it's like, nah, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing us a disservice and him a disservice just by even doing that. Like, nah, come on. I'm gonna give Sextuplets a 7 out of 10. I would not watch it again, but you know, I don't really watch a lot of movies more than once, to be honest with you. It's a good film. It's only an hour and 20 minutes. You're in and you're out. And like I said, it moves pretty quickly. You could watch it on like a Sunday afternoon and then go on about your day and not really feel like you've dedicated too much time for this film. So I feel like everybody should watch it. If a sequel does come out, I will watch the sequel. So don't forget, I got the Afterthought segment coming right now with Danitra. You don't want to miss it. It's dope. We talk about a lot of things. And hit me up in my comments. Let me know what you thought about this movie. Definitely check out my my It Chapter 2 review. And definitely check out my interview with Monique Latif. She's a comedian as well. Very funny woman. She's going to be on Apollo in December. So make sure you hit me up. Check out the rest of my videos. Make sure you subscribe. Afterthought segment coming for you right now.
What's good, y'all? It's Abwon, and this is Before You Watch. I got the Afterthought segment, and I got a special guest this time, and it's Danitra. You know what I'm saying? She is from New Jersey, but you're in the Carolinas now. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte, in North Carolina.
Why'd you make that transition?
It's cheaper.
Oh, okay.
Out here.
I got you. How you like it out there? I mean, I know how you like it because I be seeing your statuses, but you know what I'm saying? For people that don't follow you, like, how do you like it?
It's growing on me. I can do without the bugs.
Yeah, I know. Well, how about the winter?
Wildlife. The winter is cool. I just wore my pea coat maybe like twice throughout the whole winter. I didn't have to get a big bubble North Face or, some snow boots. So the winter was pretty good.
Word. So before we jump into this, you know what I'm saying, just give the people a little, a little insight as to who you are and why I chose you.
I'm Danitra. I am a huge, can I say it?
Go ahead. You can say whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a huge Marlon Wayans fan since I was like 11, and I'm 33 now, so that should tell you something. I've seen him 3 times in person, his stand-up, and probably going to be more, so 3 times and counting. I've met him 3 times. So, but I always give my honest opinion. I'm not biased just because he's the love of my life.
I feel you. You also, but you model too, like you do pageants and stuff.
I do pageants. I've won 2 titles. I was Miss Full Figure USA Plus 2016, and now I am the reigning Miss US United. Well, Miss Plus US United. 2019.
So there it is, y'all. Word. I didn't just choose somebody that like sits in their basement like, oh my God, I love this man. Like, she actually be out here. She be out here. So, all right. Scale of 1 to 10. What did you think of the movie?
I would say 8. I give it an 8.
Why wouldn't you give it a 10?
Well, some of the characters, not some. Well, one character I didn't really particularly like, Dawn, because I feel like Dawn has been done. Like, we had Respucia. Yeah, the sister. Yeah. We had Respucia. Every time somebody puts on or wants to have that type of character, the first thought is, I'm going to make it a big girl. I'm making a BBW, and then they're all, sassy and stuff like that. So I think that her role or her character could have been written differently, or the look of the character could have been changed. And all the rest of the characters are pretty funny. I feel like I wish they would have introduced Jasper earlier.
Yeah, he's like really intriguing.
Yeah.
To me anyway. I mean, my favorite was oh my gosh, I just saw this movie like 2 weeks ago. I saw this movie the night I did my Popeyes to Chick-fil-A video. So make sure I go check that out on Instagram if you haven't. I saw this movie that night. But the first brother, Russell, I think his name is, right?
Russell was my favorite too.
Yeah, Russell's my favorite. But I feel like that may have been Marlon's favorite since that was probably because that was he had the biggest role, obviously next to Marlon's main character. So that was probably his favorite sibling as well.
I think so, but even on his Instagram, when they were making the movie, when they were filming it, he always posted like himself in like as Russell, or like before the finished product, but you could tell he was in a fat suit and stuff like that. So I feel like that may have been his favorite as well. But everybody I spoke to that has seen the movie, Russell, for the most part, is everybody's favorite.
I feel like Marlon is really doing a good job of proving to people that he doesn't need other Wayans in his films to be successful too. Because I see he's got like other movies on Netflix. I don't know if he has like a contract with them to put out like individual content, but I see he's got other films in there as well, on there as well.
Yeah, he said he doesn't have a contract with them, but the reason that he chooses Netflix rather than put it in theaters is because a lot of the movies that are in theaters are not doing the numbers that they used to, and Netflix is a more comfort thing. Like all you have to do is sit on the couch, turn on your TV, and it's right there. And because Netflix is worldwide, so everybody in the world is gonna, if they got Netflix, they're in the world, they're gonna see it. So that's why he said he chose this. But I think that he's doing a good job too. I mean, he had Senseless and The Sixth Man in the '90s, but the only Wayans I feel needs somebody is Sean. Like I feel
agree.
like Sean needed Marlon.
Yeah, you're right. Because like the Wayans Brothers is one of my favorite shows of all time. That's like one of the top 5 shows to me. And I always felt the same. Like if Marlon was on the screen by himself, I felt like he could easily just capture the audience. But Sean, I was just like, Sean really ain't that funny unless Marlon's in the scene with him. Right. Like he needs Marlon to carry him throughout the movie or the show. Remember they used to do movies together. Yeah. And it's like Marlon, like Sean wouldn't do a movie without Marlon, but now it's like, I think that most people look at Marlon being that he's the younger sibling, like, oh, you need your big brothers or you need your big sister. But he really doesn't, and he's shown that. Like I said, he's had movies before, like Senseless and all that. But I'm glad that he's coming back with different things. As far as like Naked, I watched Naked, but I didn't like it. I didn't watch that. Once I saw the premise, I said, "Nah, I'm not watching a movie about some man walking around naked like that." Nah, I'm not even beat. They bring a lot of their family in. Like, it's other people other than, the brothers and Kim that we see, and they have the last name Wayans. You're like, who is this? Like the one, Shantae Wayans, their niece. And you got Craig Wayans. They have like their nieces, their nephews involved and everything. So I do like that they're very family oriented and they keep their family's hands in everything that they do. That's cool. It's crazy you bring up Shantae because I just saw a YouTube video and she was on there talking about how like people don't like disrespect her, like they can't even pronounce her name right. All they want to do is ask about the other Wayans, and a lot of people don't even remember who Kim Wayans is. I don't even think she's still in comedy right now. Yeah, well, Marlon says she does her own like one woman show, and I forgot where. It might be New York. It may be LA. I don't remember. But she does her own one-woman show, in a theater or whatever. So she's not really into, like, movies and stuff like that anymore. But I don't know how people can forget her. I guess because she kind of was here in, like, the 90s and a little bit in the mid-90s, and then she kind of just went away. Yeah, listen, there's actually people out here that don't even know what the show Living Color is about. That's crazy. I'm just like, yikes. Like a dinosaur. I know, but it's like, that's when TV was really, really good. You know what I mean? Yeah. So give me some insight as to, like, how Marlon is. Like, you said you've seen him 3 times. Does he, like, roll up on you like, yo, bro, like, are you stalking me? I see you, like, everywhere. No. No, he's the same. Like, he's very, I met him 3 times, but it was, like, real quick. But he's very down to earth. He seems very down to earth. He seems more a little quiet. Like if you say something to him, of course he's gonna say something back. But he's like more so like he's filling you out. I think that he's starting to remember me from the last time I went. I feel like he's starting to remember. He didn't say anything, but he moved my hair off my shoulder, and then he told me that I smelled good. And he gave me a kiss on the cheek. Oh, so, damn! Did you get weak in the knees? Like a couple more times I'm in there. Yeah, I haven't heard anything negative about any of them. In terms, like sometimes you hear rumors like, oh, such and such celebrity is an asshole, this person is that. I don't really hear anything negative about them, which is dope because now in this day and age, with the amount of money these comedians are getting, they're like beefing with each other left and right like rappers. So it's like dope to see that like there's still like humility around, which is cool, especially with black comedians because they really got to stick together. Right. Yeah, he seems like he's very humble. Even in his interviews, he just seems like real humble. Like I've heard
like you said, people meet saying they were celebrities, they'll say this and that. But I mean, I've heard mixed reviews of like Kevin Hart, and I can see Kevin Hart being nasty, but you never know. People have their days because people forget, you know, they're a celebrity. They may be having a bad day, but I haven't had out of the 3 times I've met Marlon, I haven't had one bad encounter.
That's good. That's good. You know, there's a saying where people say, like, never meet your idol, you know what I mean, or a celebrity you're really into because they're just going to disappoint you. So that's dope that he hasn't disappointed you. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just ask you one more question before I give you the floor. You know what I mean? I've heard some rumors that there may be a sequel to Sextuplets. Do you think that'll happen?
It could. I'm not sure. I haven't heard that, but it could happen. I don't know what they'll pick up, where they'll pick up at, but I mean, it very well could be a possibility. Like there's been this rumor floating around about a White Chicks too.
You know what? I've been seeing that for a while, but I think something like they don't want to do it unless they're involved or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's what Marlon said in his Breakfast Club interview. They asked him about it. He actually said, I guess because Terry Crews was like confirming it or keeps saying it, and he said he doesn't want to call Terry Crews a liar because Terry Crews is really big. But he said that as of right now, it's not happening because for that reason. Like they want to make sure they had all those legal stuff and paperwork and contracts signed. They don't want what happened with Scary Movie to happen with White.
Yep. They took that franchise and ran it into the ground. By the time the last Scary Movie was out, I was like, yo, this franchise, man, it's just so garbage. Like, those Scary Movies with the Wayans and White Chicks, yo, those are classic movies, yo. Classic movies. But I also feel like society today is probably not ready for White Chicks, too.
No, like, I feel like all the stuff that, you know, like White Chicks and other, and even Scary Movie, like stuff that came out before that, came out when it was supposed to, because a lot of things, you can't say a lot of things now, you can't do a lot of things, people are going to be offended by everything, so being in their shoes as celebrities, you got to tread lightly. Like, they would never be able to re-air or redo In Living Color because they would have to rewrite so much stuff, they can't do what they did back in the day. Same thing when I watch, like, Married with Children, I'm like, this would never fly today. They would protest. So that's another thing I think that they're considering because the people were already, you know, complaining, saying that, oh, it's whiteface or they're mocking transgenders and all this nonsense. So it's a tough decision they got to make.
Yeah.
Because we want to see it. Like, we're fans, we want to see it. But then you got the other half of the people like, okay, well, how is it going to affect them? Are we going to put it out just to see or are we going to, you know, cancel it?
Yeah. I'd rather them just not do it at all unless they do it right. If they're gonna put out some like sugar-coated, watered-down White Chicks, like nah, I don't even want to bother with it. Like don't
ruin my memory.
yeah, exactly. Like pretty much, yeah. Like don't even do it. So what comes after Sextuplets though? Like, is it Octotuplets? Is that more than, like, is that it?
I forgot. I don't know. I guess so. Because, I mean, you got twins, triplets, sextuplets. I think I skipped one. But
the one for quadruple. Those.
I don't know what comes after sextuplets. But, I mean, it'd be dope if they found that they have, like, another sibling or something. But I don't know what else, like, what other... Then we could see more Jasper.
Then we could see more Jasper. Yeah. I'm ready to see a sibling that's like a self-hater. I feel like that would be like a crazy dynamic. And he could definitely like take that and run with it in like the comedy realm.
Yeah.
But who knows? Marlon, if you're listening, holla at Danitra, you know what I'm saying? If you're married, I apologize. If you're not, holla at her. Oh, he's not? Oh yeah. He should get you on his next show, man. He should get you on his next show, front row or something, man. All right, Danitra, give him the floor. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? You want to shout out your Instagram or something like that? You let the people know what it is.
Okay. My Instagram is it's __ it's Nitra, ITSNITRA. Just follow me. The page is private, so just follow the question.
Word. Y'all can check her out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? Check out her pageants and everything like that. Get your model on, all that, you know what I mean? Get your glam going. All right, Nitra. That was a good interview. You know what I'm saying? It was dope insight. Make sure y'all tune in and subscribe for more content, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.
All right, bye.